I gonna talk to this guy? Nope. I was just going this way. Never mind.
My nerves are
Ooh,
frayed.
there are goods over here. There are lots of goods over here. Come around. Some goods over here. Yes. Alright. What else have we got? Just random aristocrats. Oh, there seems to be a kerfuffle over there. That looks like the final destination. So let's go back down this way. There's this entire back part we haven't done. So we came down here. So let's come back this way and check out everything on this side because we haven't done that yet. I'm still selling knickknacks for everyday needs. Drusian preacher. Shopkeeper. I don't know if shopkeepers are like actually people we can interact with. That's just a letter. Hello? Citizen? He's thirsty. As in alcohol thirsty or just like water thirsty? It's hard to say. Ooh, area up here. Yes, please. Thank you. Let's go, team. There'd be loot up here. I dare say. Okay. Oh yeah, there's goods over here. Can we even get to it?
Ooh, how intriguing.
Indeed. Oh my, a great sword. That looks delightful. Look at the damage numbers. Thank you. I appreciate that.
There will
Downstairs,
be no
guys.
peace in my wake.
Yeah. Whoops. Back you go. Wait, hold on. What is this? Hold up. Back up. What is this, guys? Oh, sorry. Wrong one.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
What is this? Hi? Are you dead?
As it should be.
The numerous wounds and injuries indicate this was a particularly brutal murder. The letters A and V are carved into the victim's shoulder blade. Oh my word. Okay, well that's alarming, but I don't quite know what to do with the information. Obviously it's this group that the notes are all about, but no guys, just get your asses down here. Why are you all working? Okay. Yeah. It's just more BS about these guys. Damn, they're just straight up murdering people now? Good grief. What is that for? PL. Don't quite know.
In this tapestry of a world,
Gunsmith skill.
I am the rogue thread.
A letter for you. There's so much happening here. Carve open their bodies like carcasses at a slaughterhouse. I think we've already read that one, but it's no less barbaric every time I read it.
They will see. Oh yes.
Okay, it's
they
a preacher
all will
here.
see.
Some sort of shrine, altar. Yep. Cool. I think we're heading in. I don't think there's much else happening here. So, unless I see something. Nope. Let's go to the rabble. Do I just waltz past? I sure do. The Caspalicut trade Xeno artifacts and Footfall, and fairly blatantly at that, and the Auto Xenos is in no hurry to rectify the situation. To the Liege's palace! Okay. Vladame Tukara. Oh, it's you again. Hi. Or is this the person we came to see? I don't know, the name seems familiar. Oh no, this is the name of the liege. Okay. Okay. Look at that picture. Vladame Takara the liege. My patience. You remember the way out. Dismissed. The tall man in austere grey clothes makes a show of looking past the woman he's addressing. Jay. She's an interesting looking lass. She's actually got a character portrait. Does that mean she's important or is she mine? Who knows? Vladame. What? Aji? Put such harsh words into your mouth. You talk like you're an Imperial clerk, not one of us. The woman, who is standing with her back to you, lets out an ostentatious sigh, then her tone changes dramatically. Where's my cargo, Vladame? Fargo has it, doesn't he? So that's how you do business with your old friends these days. So you don't remember? Then the help will remind you. Guards, escort her out. Hidari, move. So her name is Jay Hidari. The massive guard leans down to the woman and says in a lowered voice, Jay, get going while he's letting you. Go drown your sorrows at the Amassicus? And then your lucky stars you're able to walk out the door. You won't get the chance next time. Find the disgraced stranger and the Adeptus Amassicus bar in Footfall's shadow quarters. First an insult and now threats. I see courtesy and tact no longer a valued commodity on Footfall. Oh well, I'll find myself a better deal. She turns on her heel and heads toward the exit. As she passes by, she gives you a quick once-over, winks at you, then immediately turns away with a flip of her jet black hair. She sounds fun. But the question is, does the fault lie with her or does the fault lie with the Liege? I'm more inclined to believe it's the Liege. The tall man, who has long since noticed your presence, I mean it's not hard, I was standing here quite blatantly, is studying you intently. Vladame Takara, Liege of Footfall, let us please proceed to my office. A spread befitting a visitor of your rank is waiting. Your entourage will be accommodated nearby. Can they come with? Certainly, let's go. I was expecting a welcome more befitting a visit from a rogue trader, not a scene. My apologies. It was no sign of disrespect towards your esteemed personage. Please allow me to prove it. This is super awkward. How is one supposed to have a conversation across a table quite that long? How do you even get the food? Do you have to stand up and serve yourself? Well, you're in. Why are the other places seated? Like this is a plate there, so there should be a chair there. There's a plate there, and so forth. Yet, it's awkward. While you're engaged in small talk, you get a chance to take the measure of Liege Takara. His expression is aloof and focused, his gestures curt and firm, and his speech calm and quiet, as though he is used to people always listening to what he says. Judging by his observant gaze, he's been studying you in turn this whole time. Vladame straightens in his chair and says in a polite but completely indifferent tone, let's talk business. On behalf of the elite of Footfall Station, I offer you my condolences, Lady von Valencius. We mourn Lady Theodora's loss, and we hope this sentiment is taken as a sign of our good intentions and willingness to cooperate. I don't care either way, really. I didn't know her. Reply in High Gothic. I accept your condolences. Thank you, Liege. A terrible loss for all of us. I've heard more sincere expressions of grief. He gives you a long look, then says calmly, I'm not versed in the language of the aristocracy, but I do hope that you didn't say anything unsavory. Either way, you've established a certain distance between us, and I will make note of it. Good. I've put you in your place. I'm impressed by your prudence. Your decision to arrive in Footfall incognito without announcing either the death of the previous rogue trader or your own status. It was quite wise. The rumors will spread sooner or later. It's impossible to keep secret something that's known to the thousands of people serving on a voidship, but for now, you are free to reap the benefits of anonymity. As you may have noticed, Footfall is currently in a state of crisis. Its people would benefit from the patronage of a figure such as yourself. Who is that woman the wardens threw out? Vladame's expression hardens and he makes a frustrated gesture. A dead woman walking. Some, however, still call her Jay Hidari, a small-time hustler with big ambitions that will lead her to a sticky end. Lord Imperium test succeeded. Damn. It's strange. A small-time hustler, even a particularly audacious one, wouldn't likely quarrel in public with a figure as important as the Liege of Footfall. What seems stranger still is that the Liege knows this small fry by name. I agree. It's weird. She's irrelevant. Since I'm the one in control of the situation of Footfall, I can speak on behalf of all of its noteworthy residents. I was attacked right at the docks. An outrageous stunt, a show of disrespect for both you and me. Sadly, such incidents of Footfall are akin to natural disasters. Impossible to predict or preempt, they simply happen. Wow, way to take accountability for the state of your own city. Planet? City? Many consider Footfall to be a pirate den, but believe me when I say that there is a difference between organised crime and gangs of thugs who have nothing to lose. You were attacked by the latter. The Anvers are a gang of punks who spit on our customs and hierarchy. Even their leader is more akin to an ideologue, a rebel-rouser who calls for people's heads, not a commander. Sooner or later, you'll find him and have him strung up. That will likely cool the followers' enthusiasm. Awareness has succeeded. behind the carefully built facade of composure, you sense anger. It appears that this man is not used to losing control. But that is exactly what is happening. I would like to know more about the Anvers gang. Why haven't they been dealt with yet? I'm sorry for the loss of your assistant. The negligence with which you do business is insulting for an individual of my stature. Grin at him. I can tell they've been a real pain for you. I bet you'd love to gut those jokers, wouldn't you? Come on, admit it. You would, wouldn't you? Third one's more apt for a character, but honestly, I want to know more about why they haven't been dealt with. He grits his teeth slightly before answering. I get to ask more. I've been using all my resources to delay the moment when the station is hit by famine. I haven't gotten around to the Anvers yet. As detrimental as they are, they're no players. When their leader dies, the rest will scatter. Don't know about that. You're just going to make a martyr of him. Oops. I meant to hit 2. It was number 3 previously, but with the first option gone, it moved up. I'm a twit. This is why I should use the bloody mouse. A shark-like smile appears on Vladimir's face, bloody and vicious. Back where I grew up, they call it throwing someone for a loop. They carve a particular sign on the person's forehead, then load them alive into the slag disposal chute and send them out to orbit the station, sweet baby Jesus. Every 30 years, we clean the orbit and count how many stiffs bearing which sides have been floating around. You have no idea how much I want to throw those little thugs for a loop, like in the good old days. What's the situation in the region? Troubling. Xenos raids. I'm pretty sure we got that audibly at some point, but I still don't recall if it was Xenos or Xenos. So I'm just going to keep saying Xenos until I'm proven otherwise. Are going more frequent, traders suffering, and fringe worlds are going under. Rumours of atrocities being committed by enemies of humanity are causing excessive panic due to their exotic nature. Sorry, I got phlegm. I know I like to overshare, but it's making me speak a little oddly. Or at least I feel like I'm speaking oddly. I don't know if that's audibly coming across. The core of the Imperium forces in the Koronus Expanse has departed for the sector's borders to combat the Xenos threat. There's been no word from them for a while now. Then again, with the distance and the current issues with astropaths, that is not entirely out of the ordinary. How far away are we talking, by the way? How far away are the borders with this Xenos threat? Still, we are not yet alone. From several of the worlds hit by Xenos attacks, we've received reports of fierce warriors who descended from the sky and entered the fray. The fragmentary accounts lead me to believe that the blessed Adeptus Astartes are operating in the Koronus Expanse, and I await news of their victories with great anticipation. I know we've heard this phrase before, but who are they again? Oh, they're the Space Marines. We haven't come across them yet. Have there been any Xenos attacks on Footfall? No, there haven't. Angels of the Emperor in the Expanse. Attacking Footfall in general is not a particularly reasonable thing to do. Many ships are docked here at any given time, and even the listed weapons on board them would make for a decent fighting force. And that's not even to mention the firepower that our esteemed merchants have shamefully hidden from the station's customs officials. For us here, Xenos are more of a source of income than a threat. Vladimir freezes, gauging the reaction. That is an interesting comment to make. Are we talking about dealing in Xeno artifacts here? Dogmatic. You should consider your words more carefully. An admission like that sounds dangerously close to heresy. Iconoclast. I do not approve of fear of xenotech. One must know and understand the enemy. Agreed. Heretical. There's no shame in selling one's trophies for profit. I'd do the same thing. Naturally, I find this utterly unacceptable and have no desire to speak about this, but my seneschal is a good listener. Lay your disgraceful gossip on him. I'm convinced that your connections with Footfall will allow you to broaden your knowledge and understanding of Xenos considerably. Where are we at, by the way? 67. Doesn't that put me up the next tier? I'll have to have a look. And understanding of Xenos considerably. I will see to it that your curiosity is satisfied in every way. What sort of patronage do you seek from me, good sir? Protection. Not military protection, but a different kind of security. You have, of course, already encountered difficulties with warp navigation on your way here. I'm afraid the scope of these difficulties extends far beyond this area. Reports of disrupted routes and ships vanishing during short jumps are coming in from across the entire sector. I honestly don't know what you want me to do about that. Communication with the Calixus sector has been extremely unstable. Of the ships that have dived into the moor in recent years, none have yet returned. The last ship that came through the moor from the other side was struck by a temporal anomaly. The jump took almost 2 decades in real space-time. Oh my god. Warp test succeed. Really? To be Zyderas? No, Cassius. Oh my god, I just made that. Holy shit. You've heard of periods of warp instability, including cases where the moor would have been completely inaccessible for navigation for years on end. thus temporarily cutting off the Koronus Expanse from the Imperium. Even so, the name's words are particularly alarming. It seems that something has had a profound effect on the Maw. Cicatrix maledictum. We've heard of this before. And this brings us to our main issue. Footfall is a repair shipyard and a trading post. We barely produce anything ourselves and are largely dependent on incoming shipments. This is what he meant by the famine, especially food shipments. The station, naturally, has some reserves, but the supply issues didn't start yesterday. Footfall would be obliged if House von Valencius would assist us by signing a contract for food deliveries. And who would be supplying them? I can't be the only one you've asked for help. Naturally, I tried contacting the other rogue traders. Aren't you in Winterscale's domain, by the way? But the terms of house quarter would have bled Footfall dry. And as for the esteemed Caligos Winterscale, instead of a food shipment from him, I received a transport, the Navica, packed with refugees. I had to send them off to Fausto. So many extra miles. That's why he diverted the refugees. Oh, that makes perfect sense, actually. So many extra miles to feed would have only worsened the crisis further. I suppose all these warp fluctuations must have created more pressing concerns for Lord Winterscale, and so I put my faith in you, the third and last of Footfall's allies. So Footfall was cut off from all of its shipments, the local gangs are running wild, and the local hustlers are throwing tantrums in your residence. Are you positive you're in control of the situation? Vladimir listens with a stony expression. You are very perceptive. Well, now you know what you're buying. The situation is difficult, but should you decide to offer your support, you'll forget about the existence of trading hubs other than Footfall, because you won't have more loyal friends anywhere else. So what are the terms of this deal? It's simple. Delivery of food shipments from your fertile worlds. I don't know my worlds, man. I haven't been there. Janice, I imagine, I'm quite familiar with that jewel of the Von Valencius Protectorate, in exchange for fair payment. Get on your knees and ask properly. Then I will help. Look, there is a line, and that's probably over it. The payment will be unfair, as I'll be robbing you blind, but you remain in charge. Do we have a deal? Oh, wow. Very well. I will help you with food shipments. I will help Footfall, but not out of desire for profit. I have no interest in obtaining any favours in kind or becoming your patron, only in saving people's lives. I won't help you. Deal with your problems yourselves. Is this going to affect my profit factor? If I go iconoclast, is that going to screw me over and I could be getting money from this dude? I'm very sorry. I just losing 2 profit factor earlier to freaking slaves. I'm really precious about my profit factor, even though it gets me absolutely nothing. You know what? Fuck it. I don't get any benefit from it. I get what? Access to extra tiers of items that don't help me in any way, shape, or form? Screw it. The dame's gaze is slightly distrustful. Success. Such charity is a rare sight in the Koronus Expanse. Even figures as powerful as rogue traders do not show it often. Thank you, your ladyship. I have some questions about Footfall. Do I? Rest assured, I will be candid. My lips are bound by the oath of service. What exactly interests you on Footfall? This abode of merchants, xenotech traders, and only a few bandits. Bound by the oath? What are you referring to? There is a certain custom on Footfall. Any rogue trader who arrives at the station and docks is considered to be its absolute ruler. Oh, your neutral territory. And the Liege, their loyal servant. That makes me your servant. It's like neutral territory, but like in a subservient way. You belong to everybody. The dame's arrogant bearing contradicts his words. However, as long as you remain incognito, it will be difficult for you to use this privilege. Keep this in mind if you wish to communicate with the less knowledgeable inhabitants at the station. For them, you are an ordinary visitor to Footfall. Okay, so I'm free to push you around however I like. I won't abuse my right. Well then, I suppose Footfall will have to get used to its new harsh mistress. In Vladame's head. So I can just blow your brains out and then instate a new liege? What a fascinating custom. Useful too. I defer to your judgment, lady. Your ladyship. Something tells me you used to be a bit of a bandit yourself. You aren't wrong. My path was long and bloody, but in the end I rose from running a gang that had staked its claim to a treatment filter station to becoming the liege of Footfall. That is a strange path to take. Many died to make this possible, and those who survived figured it would be more convenient to put me at the head than continue the slaughter of the turf war. I can only hope that my elevation and the peace that came with it have done the station good. Wait, wasn't there talk about the Bascalic It's not Basilica, but it reminds me of Basilica. Those dudes. I remember he was in cahoots with them. And what happens if I tell you everything What will happen to you if I tell everything I've just heard to the leaders of the other gangs? There is a sound logic to having the sharpest mind run the station. The administrator would have installed some pitiful clerk instead. So you're just a void rat from the drags. My, how high you've risen. We'll flatter him so we can bring him down later. I appreciate your breadth of thinking. In this day and age, few choose to allow themselves such a thing. Who holds the reins of the xenogoods trade? Caspalica, that's the one. The Caspalica Mission, a criminal syndicate that has seized control of the entirety of the cold trade in the sector. Xenos creations are in high demand, and so every single colony has a Basilican agent too. Is this going to be some sort of group faction that I can trade with should I have Xenos artifacts on me? Which I don't. Opposing their commercial interests is a lot more dangerous than using their merchandise. A pale ghost of a smile appears on his lips. Still, making friends with this organisation is as profitable, as it is dangerous to make enemies of them. And it just so happens that I've managed to earn their trust, and on Footfall, they conduct their business under my watchful eye. He sends you a meaningful look. Yeah, I getcha. Where does one go to make a few deals here on the station? Here. I am the main dealer on the station, and it would be disrespectful of me to suggest that you take your business to Footfall traders of lesser importance. Still, you might take an interest in a few people of note. For example, Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso. The servant of the ecclesiarchy is rumoured to purchase sacred relics from captains, and other traders don't seem keen on becoming his competitors. If you're looking for goods that can entertain you, find Octaviana at the establishment called the Adeptus Amacus. Well, we're going there now to see Jay. The chemical bliss that she offers is refined and possesses a satisfactory degree of purity. Just don't ask her to pour you her thing to drink. It's meant for common Footfall rabble, not discerning clientele. Okay. Let's get down to business. To defeat the bandits. I'm at your service. You can expect the most generous discounts. Okay, what have you got for me, sir? Drinking water. Oh, I see. Told you it was a connection with him. Okay. So, that's a lot to get to the next tier, right? What does he actually give me? He gives me consumables that I don't use. Hold up. Increases the user's resolve by +2 for each level of Iconoclast, while decreasing all characteristics by 10. Maybe not. Just a plain old revolver. Plasma grenades. Commissar's boots. Whenever the wearer chooses an ally as target of their ability, the wearer immediately gains ooh, movement points. The targeted ally gains MP at the start of his ally's next turn. That's pretty neat. Hold on, tactical advantage. We use that. 2 of us use that. Each time the wearer spends 10 stacks of tactical advantage, they gain +1 resolve until the end of combat. Yeah, still not really. I'm not trying to buy it. I'm trying to read what resolve is, bro. Whatever. An exotic hex rifle. Oh, that'd be for me, actually. Hold up. It's got better overall damage, better armor penetration. Can we all, hold up. Can I use exotic weapons? No, Drakari weapon proficiency. I've just read that at the top. Anyway, I'll continue to read. Don't have a dodge reduction. Additional chance to hit is the same. Rate of fire is the same. Range is less. And the max ammo is less. I'm less concerned about that. Better damage numbers though, and better armor penetration. But it requires a feat in exchange. I could get it and just consider it later. What do I need for that? Well, don't I just need 0? Profit factor value is too low. Oh, sorry, there. I need 58. I'm doing my best. God damn it. I'm doing my best. Wait, hold on. What did you do? Oops. No, sorry, that's the one I was looking at. Yeah. Okay, what else have we got? Bladed boots. No, down, sir. Down. Whenever the wearer hits an opening with charge / or dance macabre abilities, they inflict bleeding. It's an opening. What do you mean by that? I can't even check. God damn it. Sounds interesting. Ooh, telepath staff. Nah. If I get Heinrich back, he knows what he does. Precise bolter. Adenta? That sounds like a thing you would use. Level 2 though. Oof. Level 2. I don't know if we can get to level 2. Ooh. I personally like that. Anatomist's amulet. Actually, I think we're quite short on amulets, so that would be quite lovely. Okay, I don't know that I should be, you know, spreading my love across everybody because it means I'm never going to get to the top tier. But what do you want? Heretic trophies. Can you sort by what he wants? That would be too easy. Heretic trophies and Xeno artifacts. Heretic trophies and Xeno. I don't think I have that. Nope. Oh, 1. 1. I don't think we're getting to level 1, let alone level anything else. Jewelry, barely worth anything. God, I don't... Oh, we're going by type. Sorry, I thought we were going by name. I've got 2 jewelry. I can't even get to level 1. Jesus. Is there any point? I don't have any Mechanicus creations that I saw. No, I have no Mechanicus. And I do have uniform kits, but... there's literally no point. I can't level. Provisions? I mean, this seems really useful, giving it to him. I don't mind the things he has, but Jesus. I'm not actually doing it. This is an absolute waste, but I'm just curious as to see how far I can get it. Ranged weaponry. This is pretty much everything I possess. I guess the weaponry is always going to be low value because it's so easy to come by. Actually, we might just make it if I give him everything I own. Ugh. Misk. Gross. Oh, I take it back. I can't. I literally can't get to level 1. I've got everything in green. Illuminated. I can't even get to the first level. Dude, why do you hate me so? Oh. I missed those. Excuse me. Can I please have some of that shit back? Can I have my misc back? And I'll take some of my weaponry back, thank you. Get rid of 3 of those and 3 ranged. Okay, I can't. Oh, that's everything I have. Do I want to give it to this guy? Fuck it, we're doing it. All of that for 1 level. Holy shit. And yes, I know I've got an inventory for all of stuff I haven't looked at. God, that's rough. Absolutely rough. But I wanted the bladed boots. I have no idea what Abelard has on his feet, but he can take those. I'll take it, just cause, but I don't need it. Mind Scrambler's grenade? Ugh. Take medkits. What the hell? I don't see me ever using it, but I'll take it too. Can't I just sell these things? Can't I buy them and then sell them as goods? Does it count for much? 11% ranged weaponry cargo. Was that wasteful? Or is that really smart? Smart play. I don't know. But we didn't get much out of that. And we lost a lot for it. I was just gonna stand there. Okay. Well, I do need to go through my inventory and check out what I have and sort it out because it's quite unwieldy at the moment, but there doesn't seem to be anything to do here anyway. Let's leave. Ah, hi. Victors, Lord Captain, I am pleased to report that the inspections have been completed and all identified system failures have been resolved. The voidship is ready to depart Footfall. Oh, I'm not ready, honey. The crew is waiting for your further instructions, and there are also a number of issues that need to be addressed. Of course there is.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
How do I get to the shadow quarters, by the way? Have I seen a way to do that I just don't remember?